All right, Shalom Malcolm. Just want to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bahashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and the millstone who were and teach well. Peace, blessed to the occupants in the true Shalom. Now I have a lesson here going into how Esau had his appointed time to rule. Okay, all right, and let's get I'm gonna start at Genesis 27:41. Okay, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. All right. All right. So, and I'm going to briefly explain what went on in this chapter. Okay. This is Genesis 27 chapter. You can read it on your own, but I'm going to briefly explain it. So Esau, Edom, and Jacob, which is stands for Israel. All right. Uh, Esau and Jacob, they were, they were given their blessings. Esau having the temporary blessing, and Jacob having the eternal blessing, which was the kingdom. And so on and so forth. All right, but you can go and read this on your own. But I have this article here going into how Esau had his own temporary blessing. All right. Well, why this is going on. All right. You know, just a article here from RT. It says universal health care, absolute necessity. It says during a pandemic, Dems have no excuses not to provide it. Bernie Sanders' son said to RT. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna get this quote right here that was said by I'm gonna get this quote that was said in this article right here. This is what I wanted. This is the meat that I wanted out of this article, because it's important. You know, you know, because this is what they had planned. All right, this is what they had planned all along. But this is what they have planned. Because they are trying to crack down on a lot of things that's going on in Babylon the Great. All right, to further you know to further their ultimate plan, which is the NWO. Right. So it says we have a Democratic Congress. We don't really have an excuse not to have a Medicare for all single payer health care system. There has to be tremendous pressure by the Progressive Caucus and by a lot of people to say, Joe, in the wealthiest country in the history of the world, everybody should be entitled to have health care. All right, so that's a proud statement right there. That's a very proud statement for them to say. They said the U.S. having the wealthiest country. All right, it says in the history of the world, everybody should have entitled to have health care. All right, you know, but you know, just focus on the point that they want a universal health care system. You know, a universal health care system. All right. They want to have a universal healthcare system. All right. So going back to the scriptures, I just want to pull the article out. Just a heads up, and a reason why they're cracking down on a lot of things. All right. So I'm gonna get Job 20:8 real quick. I'm not gonna make this too long. All right. This is Job 20. I'm sorry, verse 4. It says, knowest thou not? It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? All right. So, the wicked, which is Esau Edom, you know, which is Esau Edom, they want to uh do a lot of wickedness on upon the planet Earth, and right now they're doing it now, openly, it's you gotta wake up, because it's right in front of your face, and uh you gotta wake up out of your dead state, because e you know you know and I'm gonna get into it, but I'm gonna get into the scriptures, going into what I'm trying to explain. Lord willing is making sense, but it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the hypocrite and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, so they can come with like they're coming to you for help, you know, coming to help, but they're really coming to destroy you, So you got to be aware of your enemy, all right, which is Esau Edom. It says in Second Corinthians, that be not ignorant of Satan's devices, all right. So just be aware of your enemy, okay. Now it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever, forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Okay. It says, he shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. All right, so that's going into his rule. Well, it's going into Esau, but it's going into his rule as well. Him and his rule, and him and his his ways, and his you know his kingdom, is going is going to be just it's going to be like a dream, it's going to be like a dream, so um I guess I'll get verse 9 and on down. It says that I also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. All right, so his kingdom, isn't going to be, right on both in his arms. Basically, he's gonna lose control. He's gonna have a loss of he's gonna lose his own kingdom. All right, you know. So it says his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, It says his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. All right, it says his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. All right, you know, So it's gonna be a lot of death and destruction. It's gonna be a lot of death, you know, from Esau Edom. It's gonna be a lot of death, in Esau Edom. Just like it says in Isaiah the 63rd chapter, it says that who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments of Basra, all right, or for paraphrasing, okay. Now let's get Job 9:24, all right, because I'm gonna read. It says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not wherein, who is he? Okay. Now you have you know the wicked right now ruling, and this and you know it says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not wherein, who is he? Okay. So you have the wicked ruling right now, and you know Esau wants to hold tight to his rulership. All right, he wants to hold tight to his rulership. So you know but Yahweh Shemashah is they forgot that Yahweh Shemashah is in control. All right, so you know you know and it says in the book of Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken, that there's gonna be a war in heaven. Okay, war in the Book of Revelation. It says there's gonna be a war. There's gonna be a war in heaven, and that war in heaven is speaking about how Esau, which is the dragon spoken of, is going to be is going to be is going to be fighting against Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, you know, which that's gonna be a a ultimate loss, on Esau's end, because you know can't fight against the chariots, because the chariots are beyond his realm, but they're gonna fight anyways, you know. But let's get another precept. All right, this is I'm gonna get Ecclesiasticus 10th chapter, first verse. Then I'm gonna jump down. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." Okay, so you know, for their crimes and their injustice, you know, and the unjust laws that they push out, and their wickedness that has been increasing on earth, as it says in in second Ezra, the if I'm not mistaken, it's in second Ezra, but it's for the unjust laws and the legislations, you know, they're going to be punished for that, so and I'm gonna jump down to Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, the 10th chapter and 8th verse. It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." Okay, so that's lot of uh, a lot of things that Esau has to be recompensed for. That a lot of things that they gotta repay, you know, before for the causes of the cause that they put upon on Jacob, basically, you know, you know, like the scripture says, has prophesy against Mount Seir, so we got to do that, all right, you know, you know, so it says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries got by the and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." Okay, now, in those unrighteous dealings, is robbing other countries, for robbing other rape, robbery, murder, and mostly robbing other countries, you know, for their for their goods, and injuries, killings, bombings, you know, and riches got by deceit, you know, you know. So in scheming, like it says in Psalms, it says that they come to you you know Salakia, they can come as well, you know they can come to you looking you know looking like they're coming to help you, but they're really coming to seek to destroy you. Okay, it says the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay, so that's the reason why this kingdom is going to be translated from another from one people to another, and these heathens aren't going to be the next to rule. Okay, these heathens aren't going to be the next to rule. Okay, you see these heathens getting prepped up to rule, like they're going to be the next to rule, because they see this place is going down. U.S. Babylon, Babylon the Great. Okay, but Babylon the Great isn't going to be here much longer, and these heathens aren't going to rule. All right, you know, So with that, I just want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Hashem, Rakakadash, down to the apostles and the millstone who were in teach well. Peace be to the Akim, pushing this truth around the globe. Shalom.